In the property environment, you should add the component list and fluid package, and then you will let it go to the simulation environment. To operate this simple structure, we'll create a new case, define our components, property package, and we'll let it go to the simulation environment of HYSYS. We have talked a lot. It is time to show what we have said, right? Come to the Aspen HYSYS file tab and click on the new case icon. Nice, your case is open now and waiting for defining. Now it's time to add the property package. For this, select the Fluid Package tab. Click on the Add button. On the Setup tab, you are given with some property packages or equation of states. You can scroll down and up to see the available packages right over here. Let's choose the mostly used package or equation of states called Penn-Robinson, for instance. Scroll it down to see the Penn-Robinson and choose for this case. Actually, to make a proper job on HYSYS, you can change the basis name from basis 1 to a title. In order to do that, come to the left-hand side of the Properties tab. See Basis 1. Right-click on that. Click on Rename option. And now you can write whatever you want. Let's write gas plant, for instance. Now, your specified fluid package called gas plant is waiting for its components to be added. We're going to do that now. Click on the Add button for the Component List tab. HYSYS allows you to add your components in various ways. First, come to the search for cell and write the name or formula of the component you want to add. You can add it both by using Add item located in the middle, press Enter or double-click on the component. However, keep in mind that your search for cell is operated with Search By. HYSYS can search the components by its name, a synonym, and its formula, which is defined by the Search By cell. Second, you can scroll through the list of components to add the components you want to add. Here, also you can add them by Add item, press Enter or double-click on the component. One wise tool for adding a component can be a filter option. Using this tool, you can define the type of component you want to add into your system, which makes your job easier. Let's practice what we have described. Select the following library components by following the previous techniques: nitrogen, H2S, carbon dioxide, methane, ethane, propane, isobutane, normal butane, isopentane, normal pentane, normal hexane, and water. Nice! We're nearly done with the most important part of simulation basis defining, but there is one more thing to overview within this concept. Sometimes you want to zip 2 or 3 unknown components with smaller proportions into one group. So this time you will need the group component called Hypothetical component, which is not available in Aspen HYSYS component library. A hypothetical component can be used to model non-library components, defined and undefined mixtures or solids. You'll be using a hypothetical component to model the components in the gas mixture that are heavier than hexane. Actually, one of the most amazing features of HYSYS is adding a hypothetical component into the simulation. So you are defining your hypergroup and letting it to be added into the component list for your process simulation. How we're going to do that is so basic actually. Click the hypothetical menu in the search box to add a hypothetical component to the fluid package. Then come to the method and change it to Create and Edit Hypos. Press on New Hypocell. Alright, now your hypo component is added. Then, in order to change the specifications of your hypo component, you can come and click on the name, and the view box is going to be opened. Come to the ID tab to change its name to C7+, for instance. Here, you should point out a necessary thing. For hypo component, only needed and supplied value by you is going to be a normal boiling point. Come to the Critical tab. Type 110 degrees for normal boiling point. Click on the Estimate Unknown properties. Excellent, and your hyper component is ready to be added. Double-click or use Add button to add your hyper component into the component list. Furthermore, we should point out that the properties of hypercomponent group can be operated with an alternative option. Come to the method and change it to Create a batch of hypos. This option allows you to see the different hypercomponents in different boiling point ranges. Taking an interval of 10 degrees, we can create a batch of hypos. To wrap up, you can utilize this option to see the properties for a batch of hypercomponents within an appropriate boiling point range. Yeah, finally, we'll complete our defining process by exporting fluid packages. Because in Aspen HYSYS, we can export fluid packages to use in other simulations. So we create a single common fluid package, which is possible to use in multiple cases. For this aim, on the Fluid Packages tab, highlight the gas plant fluid package just by single clicking. Then click the Export button. Here, enter a unique name, gas plant for instance, for the fluid package and click Save. Now the fluid package has been defined, and then we can start our building simulation. Click Enter on the Simulation Environment button to begin your simulation.